Yes, I'm back, but not full time. I'm not going to make, videos like I used to about wrestling. And this is not a wrestling channel, but this is a video about Rasslin. And I'm very happy to see a lot of the YWC, because I've been getting back into it this week and watching some of your vids again. And yeah, I'm very glad to see that a lot of you are saying the same sort of stuff. What I was thinking, why I have been avoiding watching this bullshit. And it doesn't matter what company you love. Wrestling's in a shitty place right now, in my opinion. So, it's just it's garbage, and it is what it is. It hasn't changed. Nothing's going anywhere. And I've got a guest with me who's going to comment on a few points if he has to, but if he leaves abruptly, it's because he has to. So let's just get started. And let's start with something really obvious. So the ratings have gone down the toilet. I can't believe they're getting 2.2s, or 2.3s, 2.4s, when last year they were still getting 3s, and I thought that was pretty low for them. And it's not hard to see why. It's a boring show. It's 3 hours long. It's 3 hours of boring. Overall, it's boring, even on good shows. And so are you surprised about the ratings at all?
No, not really. What did you say the rating was? 2.3.
Yeah, 2.33.
Yeah. Well, is that actually that I think they call it like a Nielsen rating or something. Is that actually like 2.3 million people watching, or is there like some kind of conversion thingy where you got to like change it and it's like say 4 million people watching? Do you know anything about that, or?
Even if I did, it's possible they use a different form of measurement because they have the imperial system over there.
Yeah, because I remember Googling a couple of years ago about it, where it's like where people were saying that I think on one of the January 4th Raw from 1999, they got 8.1 million viewers. Where they say the thing where they said everyone not to change over the channel where Cactus Jack won the title. I remember with that they were saying it was 8.1 rating, but I don't know if that's in millions or because who knows? It could have been 10, 11 million people watching. I'm not sure really. So yeah.
Neither am I. But regardless, it's still a low rating.
Yeah.
Overall, and I've heard others say this, but no one has any the wrestlers don't have any sort of character. It's all the same sort of shit. If they're a face or a heel, they're all sort of very similar. There's not a lot that stands out there. They have potential. They have potential wrestlers, but it's impossible to say. It's really impossible to say because, and whenever you see a new guy coming in, let's say an Umaga, even a guy like that, guys go on 1 year winning streaks. Ryback, you think about them all. They all end up either jobbing to Cena or Orton. And what the hell happens to them after that? Nothing. They're just sort of
and then they like expect the guys to recover, and then if they don't, then it's their fault somehow.
But going along with that, they still have no goddamn character. What is Ryback's character? Feed me, I'm hungry. The big guy. I mean, Ryback's kind of comical when he starts talking. He has a funny grin.
He's better than what he used to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I don't see the big deal about Rusev. He's kind of funny, but he also wrestles with a really like a 1970s finisher. They come at clutch. It's just not the same as the Sheik.
Yeah.
And even still, if I tried to watch Iron Sheik today, I'd get pretty bored. I'll watch his promos and I'll watch him talk shit, but I wasn't there for any of that stuff. So yeah, the wrestlers have no character. Do you have anything else to say about their characters?
No, not really.
Yeah, there's fucking nothing much to say, really. Okay, I want to talk about this, though. Their champion is a cartoon character heel. Do you think that's a good description of him, Seth Rollins, in his current form of Seth Rollins?
I just think he's annoying. I haven't watched Seth Rollins. I think the last show I watched was SummerSlam, not the whole show, but the main event. That was Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, right?
Yes.
And also, didn't they have a Seth Rollins and John Cena match?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't. So the last time I've watched anything from Seth Rollins was when he won the title.
Well, we
in
recently...
WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him since.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm telling you this much. Okay, let me put it to you this way.
Well, I've seen little things, like where there's highlights, like when he got like kneed John Cena and broke his nose. That's the only thing I've watched from him since.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, okay. His only clean win was over Sting in that whole time. He's also jobbed
right.
out to J&J Security. He's lost to John Cena a few times now, like being pinned
Yeah,
by it. He's been pinned by a lot of people. And yeah, he's supposedly this badass, evil, cowardly heel. Well, Triple H was a cowardly heel back in 2000, but
yeah,
he had intensity, and you believed what he said on the mic.
yeah,
He could kick people's asses on his own, but usually he'd
yeah.
get people to interfere. Damn, I'm gonna fucking echo. He'd get people to interfere, and Triple H was, if he's meant to be the next Triple H, I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I do not buy
Yeah.
it, and I'm not surprised that, like we said at the start of the video, that the ratings are going down because Seth
Is he on
Rollins.
his? There's still an echo, I think. Oh no, it's gone. Is Seth Rollins still like with everyone else, or is he on his own? Is he still with the Authority and
Okay, he's still with the Authority. Apparently, Kane attacked him, and they're doing the split personality storyline where corporate Kane, doesn't know what he's talking about. Damn, there's still an echo. Is that coming from your end or mine?
I haven't got an echo.
I could hear it.
It happened for like a second before, but it's gone.
Yeah, well, Rollins is feuding with Kane, and you know what that means. It means it's going to be a month of Kane being the scary monster, and then Seth Rollins getting the clean win. So that'll be a second clean win since WrestleMania. People would argue he beat Dean Ambrose clean, but they fell off the ladder together with the belt together. It's just the fact that Ambrose let go of the belt on the way down.
Yeah.
The guy looks like a weakling. He doesn't look like Triple H did in 2000. And John Cena's still the main babyface. John Cena's storyline always has the most sort of effort put into it.
Yeah.
And really,
what's Seth Rollins' finish now?
The pedigree.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Mm.
Really.
I'm just online right now and I'm looking and it's saying, because I was still trying to research about them Nielsen ratings, and it's saying on here, there's things where it's saying that a show got a 7.2 rating and that converts to 12.1 million viewers. So I guess you can do the math for the what it'd be now for 2.3. But yeah. So it's a bit high. It's actually, the legitimate viewers are higher than what it says on the rating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But still, in a country of 300 million people.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
I mean,
what does the Walking Dead get? Like 9s?
I don't know. I've never watched. I hear about all them shows. I've never watched them.
Yeah, they're all right. Don't watch them in big groups. It's kind of depressing because it's the end of the world and shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty decent.
And TNA, their highest rating was 1.9, I heard. So who would have thought that the WWE would be that close to the TNA in ratings a couple of years ago?
Doesn't surprise me. This year, for me personally, has been like 2006 and 2007 and 2010. Just those are the 2 years where I actually just stopped watching wrestling for months.
Yeah.
I have to talk about this shit in other forms, and I don't really want to.
Yeah.
But
I used to I watched wrestling from around 2002, somewhere around there. It's obviously I can't remember like everything, but the earliest memory I have, it's obviously wasn't back in 1998, but I remember the thing where Steve Austin poured the cement in McMahon's Corvette, but that's the earliest memory I have. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh yeah. Sorry. From there, and when I watched from about 2002, I was watching mostly every show that I could find. Not that I liked them all, and not that I was entertained by it all, but I stopped watching around a couple of weeks after Raw went to 3 hours back in 2012. And since then, I've barely watched any full shows.
Well, I just skip through the parts I want to watch.
Yeah, the
I mean,
commercials are not alone are just so, too many commercials.
I mean, for example, I was going to say nothing's happening this time of year, and that's true. And
Yeah,
this guy here is a good example of characters. Just I can't take the character seriously.
yeah,
Bray Wyatt, I shouldn't think he's a joke. I shouldn't hate him and not like his promos, but I do because I think he's a joke.
yeah,
And that's it. That's the bottom line. People will accuse me of not understanding it. It's not hard to understand a PG promo like Bray Wyatt. Oh, I'm so scary.
yeah.
The Smartbusters, they do put it perfectly with that. He's just trying to be scary. I'm the face of fear, even though I lost at WrestleMania.
Personally, I've never watched any of those promos because I hear them, the Smartbusters always talk about, him saying he's scary. I've never heard any of them promos because I haven't watched, obviously. But the last time I really remember them being entertaining was probably February last year, wouldn't have been, when they were going up against the Shield.
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt's promos is just the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. Like, someone should just punch him in the face mid-sentence. That's what Austin would have done. Or just given him the finger and,
True.
It's not a child's product, but they've tried to make it that. And when those children grow up, they're going to think that this is bullshit as well.
Yeah.
And then once I'm finally... Because, yes, I'm always going to keep an eye on the product, I'm pretty sure. But like Wrestling Jesus said the other night, every man has his goddamn limit with professional wrestling. Like, it's just so goddamn boring. If Sting had just won the WWE title for 1 month, that might have been enough to get some old school wrestling fans to tune into their product again. And therefore, it gets them more money. And their fucking stockholders more money, etc., etc. It's a payoff, yet they don't do it, and they book a boring, shitty show.
When Sting wrestled for the title against Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and Rollins beat him, and Sting got injured in the match, though. Apparently,
was it a fuck finish, or did he win clean?
He won clean, but it looked kind of fucked because he won with a roll up as well. But Sting was real injured from the match, so I'm not sure if the injury was real or not. But yeah, and then it was the garbage. I heard
something about how he's got a career-threatening injury, but who knows?
Yeah, who the fuck knows that? But yeah, so and mentioning Sting, they're still relying on part-timers.
Yeah.
Look who's coming up at Hell in a Cell: Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker.
I heard they're having, I'm just going to guess and say like 5 or 10 legends, aren't they, having on Raw coming up or something to celebrate something?
I don't know. And I don't really give a shit, to be honest.
I heard that something about how they're going to have Flair, Shawn, everyone, Austin.
Yeah. They'll pick someone to put over verbally. Some heels, like The Miz, will come out and get buried, and then that'll be the end of the segment with them all laughing and having a good time together. That's great, Vince. Great. Or Kevin Dunn. Whoever thought of that? Good on you.
Yeah.
So they're still relying on part-timers. They're talking about Rock and Triple H at WrestleMania next year. Think about it. Like, who the fuck is there going to be their next face? A lot of people tell me Seth Rollins, but I don't buy it. I'm sorry. Rollins, right?
Whoever will be, they're not in the company yet.
Yeah, and that'll offend a lot of fanboys. That'll offend a lot of Seth Rollins fans. I don't give a shit. He's garbage. He is.
Yeah.
If that guy scares you, I do CrossFit. Whoop-de-doo. He sounds like a cartoon character, bad guy, like on a child's show.
I'll be honest, I just think he's too small.
Oh, that's a sin right there.
I'm not saying that I'm into, watching. I have to see a big guy wrestle another big guy, but really when you have this guy standing next to other guys, it's like he should lose, and I'll watch another match. Who cares, really?
Yeah,
there's nothing really unique about him.
I guess not. But there's nothing that stands out in the big guys either at the moment. So like, people start raging.
Yeah.
That. Not that anyone will see this vid, but
yeah.
but still, no one stands out. All the, none of them. Finn Balor. Just wait till Finn Balor gets up there and does nothing, just like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens at least pinned John Cena, but he still got fucking buried. Like, Kevin Owens is an old man. Brock Lesnar is an old man. These people are getting on, and they still don't have anything to go forward with.
I remember when I was mainly into watching wrestling videos on YouTube a couple of years ago, people used to always talk about Kevin Owens on the Indies when he had these matches with Sami Zayn. I never watched any of them, but they used to say about how great he was, and I watched him on NXT a couple of times, and there's just really nothing entertaining about him. I hear a promo, I don't give a shit. I'll just turn it on to another video. There's nothing really good about him.
Well, I find Kevin Owens slightly more interesting than some of the other guys because, the guy does look like a dickhead who doesn't care. He plays that well. And he looks like he could legitimately, like, just kick the shit out of me if he wanted to. Like, he has that look in his eye and shit. Like, he has more of a character than a lot of the other guys do, but he still doesn't stand out enough. He's obviously still... That's another thing. John Cena. People say John Cena's gone, all problems solved. You were subscribed to my old channel. You remember how much I hated John Cena.
Yep.
Especially at the start. Because it was Rock versus Cena back in those days. Fuck, man. Even when John Cena leaves, it's just boring. Like, did you ever recall me making a video about the problem with the PG babyface? How robotic it all is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's everyone now. Even Lesnar, a guy who's a legitimate wrestler, an athlete, only does German suplexes and F5, occasional Kimura, and maybe an occasional belly-to-belly. But if you watch him wrestle back in the day, he knew heaps of innovative kind of suplexes. And the really? Idiotic marks that go, Suplex City, it's just encouraging the writers to book him to just do Germans.
Really, I'm entertained by him now and years ago. He's fine.
Yeah, I
liked his promos he did like a year ago or whenever that was, 6 months ago. I remember people were making videos raging saying they weren't good promos, but I liked them. Where he'd say he'd like fuck someone up, and I like them.
I like that as well because it's believable.
Yeah,
you look the man in the eye and tell me it doesn't. Like, Paul Heyman does way too much talking. I don't care if Lesnar botches his lines. If he's making, like,
What do you think about Paul Heyman? I don't know. I like his promos.
I like him, but it's too much sometimes. Like, my client, Brock Lesnar, ended the streak. I mean, how long did that go on for? Is that
still going on?
Oh, probably. I think so. It was before SummerSlam. So... Paul Heyman and Undertaker going, that whole feud doesn't make any sense either. I'm sorry. Like, it should have happened last year. Yeah. But anyhow. Oh, yeah, ending the streak was pretty pointless because no one got put over in the process. And Brock Lesnar, as much as I love him, how many years less has he got? Like, their whole reasoning for ending the streak is, this is a payoff in the future. We're going to put someone over, It's time to give back to the business. And instead of doing it, it's like giving The Rock the streak, What's the point?
Didn't they try and put over Roman Reigns with that? I don't know how good of a job they did because I haven't watched, but
Roman Reigns was losing at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but still, like, he looked pretty good in the match from what I can remember.
Yeah, Brock made him look strong, and they had a good match. They had a good physical match. That's the thing about watching Lesnar and Taker at SummerSlam. They really laid into each other quite heavily for a professional wrestling match.
Yeah.
That was my favorite match this year. It was the one from SummerSlam, but unfortunately had a real weird finish.
Yeah, I didn't get the finish as well.
I got the actual finish where he passed out giving him the finger. That's wrestling, but the tap out stuff wasn't necessary. Like, Taker hasn't tapped out his whole career.
I think I remember posting a status on Facebook about it because I was watching it with Dad because he wanted to see the match. And I was just sitting there, I'm looking at the TV and I'm like, well, has that ever actually been established in wrestling that the timekeeper can ring the bell whenever he wants? That's never actually been a thing in wrestling, has it? So if it's not a thing in wrestling, then how does the finish make sense? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was part of it. But yeah, Yeah, it was garbage. Another thing I've noticed, they haven't still. Have you noticed that WCW it just gets like? I know it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
And really, if I can't. Okay, I had the network and I tried to watch some of these old pay-per-views, but I've seen them. I was there at the time, and it's just not the same. But
Hey, with pay-per-views back in the day, did you used to get them on TV?
Yeah, we got them for free.
Yeah, same here.
Got all the WCW ones free and the big 4 WWF pay-per-views for free.
Yeah, we got that here as well. I've got a heap of them on tape that Dad recorded. So yeah, we used to get them on like free on TV in the mornings.
Yeah, it was pretty big over here back then. It's not big now. I haven't seen anyone. The only wrestling shirt I've seen in the last few years was some big, like bald-headed white, like it looked like a gang member, and he had Eat Sleep Break the Streak t-shirt on.
Yeah,
he was fucking huge too. He must have been 6'5", covered in tats. But yeah, like so, Vince and Kevin Dunn are still arsehurt about WCW beating them in the ratings. Every WCW guy has looked shitty in that company, and Sting has had a pretty shitty WWE run. I know he's old as fuck, but come on.
I saw I didn't read the article or click on it, but I saw a thing with Sting. Didn't Sting say in an interview like a month ago that he wished he didn't join the WWE?
He probably did.
I didn't click on the article, but yeah. Or he was asked if he wished he didn't. I don't know.
No. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I haven't cared about. This year has been pretty bad. Like I said, it's just been so uninteresting.
Yeah.
Like, people say 2012 was bad. Well, 2015 has been pretty horrible. Same promo. Same shit.
Throughout 2012, I've probably never seen so many Randy Orton Sheamus matches in my life.
Yeah, that's trolling.
That was basically the whole year.
That has to be trolling.
Yeah.
To fuck with the fans. And they deserve it. I'm glad that rating is going down. I'm glad the whole YWC is calling them out on their shitty product.
Yeah. I remember hearing about a month ago that on Raw, or I don't know if it was Raw and the pay-per-views or just Raw, they've had well over 100 matches within the past 3 years. I'm not lying. It was 100 and something. It'll probably be between Raw and pay-per-view.
And don't forget SmackDown.
Yeah.
Remember how SmackDown used to be relevant?
Yeah, true. I mainly got the highlight shows. That's the main thing I got. I don't know if you got that there. Remember that show Afterburn? Yeah. Did you ever get that? Oh, we got shows like Afterburn, the WWE Experience and stuff like that. They were mainly just highlight shows. Because like I didn't
vaguely. This is going back a long time. It's going back like 15 plus years.
Oh, here we had it. We had it on from about 2004 to like 2007, somewhere around there.
Oh, that period of time, like, yeah. Wrestling was very bad in my point of view still. Man, it's been bad for a long time, hasn't it? Shit.
Yeah, it's been bad since late 2002, really.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I grant that. It's just...
I mean, there has been some good points, but...
Yes, 2008 wasn't too bad. I can find feuds in most of the years. I can't really think of one in 2006 I liked, though. I liked Edge's feud with Cena a little bit. But,
I didn't like any of that.
Yeah.
I haven't liked any top guy really in the company since 2002, really.
I have. His name is Brock Lesnar. But he's going to have to retire pretty soon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon is next 5 to 7
do you know,
years.
Do you know how long he signed his deal for?
5+ years.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But they don't do anything when they book him on there. He just stands there.
Do you think he's worth the money?
Mate, I don't... If Brock Lesnar can get paid $5 million for showing up, then good for him on finding a way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone else can't get that kind of coin. They need to fucking think about how to get that kind of coin.
He's still on TV, right?
Oh, sometimes, but when he's on TV, he just stands there. He doesn't get to do the promos because Paul Heyman does all the talking, usually. And a lot of the time he doesn't kick anyone's asses. He just sort of just stands there. So it's good to see him, but I would rather see him doing something. And that's, I don't know. The product isn't changing. It's so boring this time of year. It's last 5 years in particular. It's been so boring. And, you know, maybe the WWE, as much as they think they're immortal, they're not.
Yeah. It's a yearly thing. I only ever watch or am somewhat excited around the Royal Rumble.
Whoa. And you're gone. Anyway, if he's gone, then I might wrap this up. Yeah, it was good to just sort of make some points about how much the WWE in particular has been very, very, very boring. And it's been, like I said to Steve, it really has sucked for a long time. Like over a decade, it's had a lot of problems, and those problems are just week in, week out. Them not trying that pisses me off. I've tried watching other wrestling feds. I'm sorry, I just don't care. It's a product wide thing for me. I hate I don't hate Ring of Honor. I'm not interested. I tried watching one of their pay-per-views last month, and it was just the biggest spot fest I've ever seen in my life. And all these kickouts, like Lucha Underground wasn't too bad. They've only got season 2 coming up, so I'm not sure what that means. If it means 6 shows, 10 shows, I'll probably check that out. Oh yeah, I wanted to say the Divas Revolution was a complete PR stunt. So there you go. No one cared. And if anyone ever watches this video, thank you for watching and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to all of our bullshit. And remember, this is not really a wrestling channel, so, you know, have a fantastic day and all that.